So it's finally time to check out the rest of our newly reset brown bear population by coming here to Reventuli Coast. About 2 weeks ago we did this on Medved Taiga, no trophy bears, but we did get ourselves a piebald reindeer, so hopefully Reventuli is going to hold some kind of trophy bear for us, and we'll just see what we find. Now that is potentially going to be a bit of an issue. So lynx and brown bear share part of their drink time, is not the entirety of it, but that is going to kind of throw a wrench in our plans if that's going to end up spooking them. That one looked maybe to be a spirit, so we might try to get that wherever he ended up, and we do just have the 300 canning magnum just to kind of switch it up. So we had attempted a moose grind here on Reventuli. We've got some kind of setups. There is the gray, the spirit's a level 2. Feels like I should be about right. We'll hit it one more time for good measure. And our first bear, right at the crack of dawn here, is going to be at least a kind of cool fur type, if nothing else. And by the way, the gray female over there, doing that thing where they like pause and duck down, I still have no clue what could possibly be the reason for that. I do think this is the spirit. Sometimes the blonde looks like the spirit in the distance, and it's a good thing we took that second shot. First was right through the shoulder blade. Second time, liver and lung, and we've got our spirit brown bear down. So the first thing we're going to do is run all through the mountains up here to try to check every single lake. And of course, now with the changes to tents, those tents that we had set up for moose grinding, we probably got to be careful about. We already have lynx spooking bears. We don't need to spook any additional ones by fast traveling. So I think we're going to do a lot of this on foot, and it may allow for some opportunity kills. And I mean, here we go again. Lynx spooking brown bear this time though, right at us. Level 6. Can't tell what fur he is, but that worked a little better than our last shot. And this particular lake is huge, so there may be plenty other bears around. The only problem is if they're anywhere near that lynx, by the way, silver on that guy, that's still going to be a problem. It is though 6:30, so lynx should be leaving, and hopefully the rest of the spots we check, maybe they won't have to deal with getting spooked by the lynx as much as us. Ooh, that's a melanistic brown bear. It's a level 7 male too. You have to be kidding me. There's no way. That is awesome. I can't believe that. It's out here in like the swampy area. This female is alert, and it's not because of us. There's a lynx somewhere, and I kind of think the move might be get to 300 flat and just take this guy out. We're right at it. So let's make sure we zero for the proper range. That's been an issue lately. As soon as he kind of goes back to normal, let's get that shot through there. He's going to go down. That's a really, really cool bear. The whole thing was, and this goes back to Grizzly getting reset on Yukon Valley, I really wanted an albino brown bear, and not to say melanistic brown bear aren't rare, they certainly are, but albinos are considerably more rare. We've got ourselves a rare one, just not the exact thing we came here for. But the big thing is, he's a level 7, he's a guaranteed gold. And we're starting off with that. I said right at the start, maybe Reventuli would have our good bears. There we are. And it's 7 a.m. I don't know what the heck had this bear alert. I still don't see a lynx. But if we came through here early, who knows? Maybe the lynx spooks it and we never spot it. So there's our blood. Got a hazel grouse over there as well. Just a female. You know what, actually, though? Let's maybe pop that if we can. Just in case maybe we get a pair respawning, a female and a male. And then this guy was going down pretty quick. Oh, he died right there in the water. Look at that. Nice that we got him like a little bit later in the morning so we can see the fur. Just so cool. A little creepy that he's kind of moving around there in the water. Only gonna get to see his back and the top of his head. But melanistic brown bear, 25.19 score, double lunged him with the 300 at 300 flat. That's an awesome looking bear. I don't think, at least, on the new system, we have a gold melanistic brown bear. We've got a female or two, or maybe like a silver male. Definitely, even if it's just like the chest mount from the wall, this is gonna find a spot in the main lodge. That's an awesome addition. Really still want to find an albino one day. We've had 3 albino females, I think. But that's a heck of a start. Since the reset, we've officially gotten our first trophy brown bear. And then maybe just a little less hype, our female hazel grouse. But like I said, maybe that'll help us with respawns. It typically seems to be a good thing. Foxes, really any animal, raccoon dogs as well on this map that spawn in pairs. Take them both out, the respawn seems to be better. So we've got that taken care of, and we have pretty well hit every lake up here in the mountains. I think it's like this little pair of lakes, this pair of lakes, and here. Might be able to do this one from the tent. That's pretty far. And I mean, minus the fact that we spooked him before we spotted him, that worked out pretty darn good. There's half a chance he's just going to pause like that one did earlier, but I think that shot's going to get him. That'll bring him down. Another 6. There's another bear over there, too. That's a level 2 female. And I think actually we got the best thing that's here. The only negative is he's going to have to float all the way over where'd he go? Did he sink to the bottom? So there's spots on Revontuli Coast I'm aware of. I don't know if this lake's one of them, where you can like run under the water. And I've seen this with like floating ducks on Yukon, for instance. There's a lake you can go under the water there. I know he died. That's got to be what happened. I think we figured it out. Yep. We're running right across the top of the water. I mean, it's not as if we're able to just freely move across it, but it ain't right. We should be sinking down more than we are. And then the bear just completely sunk to the bottom. Another silver level 6. Good thing our mellow was a 7, because the 6s so far have not hit gold for us. Anyway, let's jump to one of those other pairs. I mean, we can go to the outpost. I do think the tents are too close. Ooh, there we go. Mythical brown bear now. Moving in the right direction level-wise. What I have found interesting, way less like heavily populated lakes than Medved Taiga. There's areas on Medved where you might see 10-12 bears at one lake. Now, we know Revontuli's loaded with lakes, and pretty much everywhere we've gone there's been at least one bear. And I kind of think that means we want to check literally every body of water we can. I mean, just up here in the mountains we've been going for 45 minutes. We've hit all those. There's, I don't know, 5 times the surface area lakes down here, and brown bear live all the way south too, so probably going to take us a while to get through everything. There we go. 2 more, I think both gray, if I'm not mistaken. We'll take that 5. But we're seeing kind of what this is going to look like. A lot of cover and ground, and maybe a bear or 2 at each lake. But slowly but surely we're seeing some decent ones. So our mythical red-brown 27.03, 420 kilo. It's a pretty good size mythical. Double lung that. And then that gray one back around here, it's going to be 745 by the time we claim that. I think we can just get to that final location there. If we got to go to the tent, we will. And then we should be good to change the time, and then we have a real task to tackle. So we're going to make this quick. That gray fur is so darn cool looking. 22.75 for that. Another double lung shot. And we're going to start to scoot up towards this spot. I think if we fast travel and run there, we'll just make it. Go figure. Max weight estimate track. Oh, there it is. A mythical again. Not bad. Let's zero. It's really taking time to get used to that. Feels like that should be a long shot. Actually, kind of a cool animation. And definitely worth coming up here. Another good-sized bear. Now, there had been at least 1 female over on this end. That's taken off. 2 females. Don't see anything else. Oh, there's a 6. Not a rare. So I think we got away with pretty much checking everything in the mountains just before the end of their drink time. 2 mythicals and a rare, we'll take that. Now I can't tell, maybe cinnamon this time? I don't think that's that red-brown. Yes, cinnamon 27.07, almost exactly the same. 423 kilo, so a couple good-sized mythicals. And now, like I said, I think this is going to be a bit of an undertaking. Don't even know where to start. I feel like I do see more all the way in the south than in the center, so maybe we'll do that first. And we'll just kind of go one by one, see where it leads us. I think he's spooked, but we've got another max weight estimate track brown bear here. I had a fleeing call from a male a minute ago. The wind is just horrible on approach. I was hoping maybe he'd like loop around the lake or something where we could see him. I don't think we're going to get that lucky. So let's see. The fur is going to be light brown, so nothing special. But our 3rd max estimate now of the hunt. Nothing else around. Hopefully we can catch up to him. They're not always the easiest to track. They actually move pretty quick. I don't even see where he went out of. Maybe he didn't go that way. There's our guy, just a level 7, so unfortunately moving in the wrong direction. Not only are we moving in the wrong direction, the bear is too. I think that follow-up maybe saved it. first shot was not good. It was just, no one needs a 7. Hopes of maybe getting some kind of opportunity to follow up. I think we got him. And it is nearly 8 a.m. again. We've just been moving along, going all through here. I don't think we've shot a single thing yet. Bunch of 6s and, female bears here and there, but little less dense than up in the north, which I guess we should have expected. I do think as we get down here, we'll see more of them, but another section pretty thoroughly checked. That guy died right there in that little tree. And for our third decent one is we have a mountain hare literally just appear from behind him. 25.66. What? Well, I know we hit him the first time. The second shot, I guess, completely missed. Okay, don't know how that happened, but we got lungs anyway. And we got a bonus mountain hare. Just a dark gray at 3.14. And I don't know, we probably have time to check one more spot. Maybe this big lake here before we reset again. Another mythical. Man, just about all I can say, I'm so glad our melanistic was up there in the mountains. It was the third kill of the hunt. And since then, as we've kind of gotten down here further south, it's gotten tougher and tougher to find anything that decent. I think that makes for 4 max estimate brown bear now. But we're starting to move through these center lakes here. And still, like, compared to up north, it's way more sparse. So I think maybe light brown again? It is indeed 26.10. 400 kilo on the nose. Definitely our smallest mythical thus far, and pretty much every one has been square double lung. So we're going to keep on scooting through. I think these are going to be a much bigger pain to check, but might as well give them a look. We've been pretty much everywhere else. Well, yet again, we've got a max estimate bear. They're all like cinnamon or red brown. This one's going to be, I think, red brown. And it's like the very end of brown bear drink time. So I think we're probably going to get that. And this is about the last lake I can think of that we haven't yet checked. So let's get that shot. Feels like that should be about right. He's going to drop. And what we'll do just in case is loop all the way back around. Now, it being 10 after 8 already, the bears might be leaving. Worst case, we hit tracks. Maybe we see them leaving. But if there's any heavy tracks or anything of interest, we should be able to find it that way. At least, best I could tell, we didn't miss out on anything by getting here a little bit late. That actually might be the cinnamon. I think it is. At a distance, he didn't look nearly as kind of bright. It is indeed 26.05. It's interesting. We've had, I guess, 5 max weight decimal ones. 4 of them were very similar. 2 very similar 7s down to like 0.01 or 2 difference, and 2 very similar mythicals. It was just that one mythical around 400 kilo that really was the only one of its kind. But man, definitely worth checking all of our spots here today. We got that melanistic brown bear. That was one of the coolest things we could have hoped for out here. And I think I've got an idea of exactly what to do in the trophy lodge. So right back here, we've got our best diamond brown bear. He's a 28.9 from last December. I think what we're going to do is actually take him down and put our melanistic in his place, just for the full body mount, and then we'll find a place on the wall for the diamond instead. So I think we had, actually I'm not sure which pose it was, but let's go with that. I think it shows it off pretty darn good. And the question is, where do we want to put our diamond? I think we actually might take down this old elk. That kind of makes sense. We've got a lot of bears in this area, so yeah, let's go with it. 28.96 he was. He was real close to max score. I don't even know that I realized that. Not too bad. So we've got him up there. We've got our new melanistic on the full body platform. They really do look good. I imagine we have killed one since they redid them with Reventuli, though I can't remember for certain. It's just a really nice looking bear. And frankly, Reventuli's especially with like the new drink time, the daylight drink time, a fantastic map to hunt him on. Definitely going to be looking into that in the future, whether it's our own map or multiplayer, but really nice. Our quest to pretty much check all of our bear drink times over on Yukon. We got back-to-back diamonds, a moose and a red fox. Go to Medved, we get a piebald reindeer, and then finally, the actual bear side of things works out. We get a gold melanistic brown bear out there on Reventuli Coast. That would have been my last guess for where we'd go and get a trophy bear, but it worked out, and it's pretty darn cool to add that to our lodge. But anyway, that is indeed going to do it for this video. So as always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.